whole conversation went very well, I suppose.
Yeah. Actually, Yuri, we can start with you.
Okay.
If you want. Do you prefer city or country life?
I would like to live in near a city, a big city, because it's comfortable, and I have some house, and I really want some small swimming pool. It's my dream. Yeah, but I like city, and I would like to live near the city because it's comfortable. When you need something, you go to the city and buy, or walk maybe in the park. Also, I think it's cool. But if you need went to nature, you can go. I think it's really cool. Now I live in flat. It's comfortable too. I live in small city, and I when I go work, it was only 5 minutes, and I am at work. And if I want to go to the nature,
Are you go, Yuri? Are you go to work on your foot?
or
Car?
I go to my car. If I go bus, it was 40 minutes or 30, I think. Yeah. If I take car, it's quickly.
I guess you are okay now living in Lugansk people. I guess.
It's not okay. I say we have a lot of problems with economic and government problems, but we're strong and we live here. And it's normal because many people in the world lives wars, I think. Yeah, we have a lot of problem, but it's okay, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Also, do your relatives live there?
Yeah, my mother live with her mother, with my grandma, because my grandmother old 92, and she need help, and my mother helps. But now my grandmother go to the her son, my uncle, to the village, Krasnovka name. Yeah, it's a small village, nearly our city, and nearly house my uncle. I think 20 meters. Where is a river? Nice river. I when I go there, I fishing, swimming. It's cool. My childhood was in that place.
Yeah, very good. And can you go there often? That village to
I
for
go.
vacation.
Yeah, I go often, but not much. Because the road it's disaster because how would say tank destroy it and have only how would say a village road if you can yeah.
Next question. Do you care
Okay.
if you have instant or blend coffee?
I have coffee machine. Yeah, and I buy only coffee beans and drink natural coffee.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I really like and love coffee. But I drink not so much, only once or two in days.
Do you drink coffee in morning?
Yeah, I think it's my hobby.
I want to ask something. Where do you get your beans? Like, where are they from? Do you have any specific taste for beans? Like Guatemala or Brazil or something like that?
Early, I would like to buy coffee named Lavazza. Maybe you know it's Italian, but brand Lavazza.
Never heard of. Probably
okay.
not in my country.
In this country, it's a really famous brand, and it's very tasty for me. And I buy it. It's a little expensive, but tasty is really nice. Yeah, and now I buy. Maybe you heard.
Yuri, is that coffee?
Yeah, but in black. Black side.
Yeah.
Lavazza espresso. Yeah.
Oh, it's
nice.
even in our country. That's just my knowledgelessness or something like that. It's probably just me that doesn't know that coffee. Or I don't know. It's because it exists in also our country. Okay.
Yeah, and I buy.
You can buy in Hepsi Burada.
Yeah.
I will buy if I can afford it. I don't know how much is that, but let's see. I might buy it next time when my coffee's finished. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
if it's so good, like I would like to try it.
Not too expensive, I guess.
Expensive to me.
Yeah, like coffee is expensive, but not more expensive than other coffee brands. Like you are buying coffee, so you just can change the brand. Like it's a little luxury that we pay. I don't know. So coffee is, of course, expensive, but not much expensiver than the other brands. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand. Now I drink coffee by brand Jardin, maybe Jardin. It's a little cheaper brand. because today I cannot buy lavazza because I say it's so expensive, little expensive. So from to me, yeah. Also, I work in a shop in my city, and in the at this building where is the shop, where is a cafe, and sometimes I went in this cafe and drink coffee there. But I would say I drink 1 or 2 cups of coffee because more I think it's bad from my healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Choose next one.
How's Revelti? Okay.
Revati?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And do you see questions, Revati? Hello, ships.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah, we are fine. Thank you.
Yeah, we are doing great.
By the way, Revati, do you see questions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Revati.
Yes. Hello. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Do you prefer city or country life, Revati?
Now I live in a village. I prefer village life rather than city because in village life
You said
in city
yeah.
hello.
Yeah. Go on.
In city the population is very high and and also the people not mingle with others. They they look on their own life, but in village the people's mingle with everyone. And I feel the nature beauty not only in village life.
Do you live in the village?
Yeah, I live in village.
Yeah. Okay.
If I get a option to live in city, I don't prefer city life.
Okay. Next question. Do you care if you have instant or blend coffee?
Sometimes I use coffee, but it's not my habitual action. I like coffee, especially the brand of brew. because it's very tasty.
Is that instant coffee? Just you can put and some water in a cup.
Yeah, it's an instant coffee.
Okay. 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 Ravati, and choose a one. Next one. So. Yeah, Ravati.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. And choose the next one to talk. Next person. Yeah, Ertuğrul ships.
You
or
mean
Yeah, choose. You choose.
okay? Okay, I like to reading books, and I mostly prefer motivational books.
No. Ravati, choose next person to talk.
Oh,
Just for,
okay.
yeah, for talk.
Ertu, I
Ertuğrul.
can't.
Yeah, Ertuğrul. It's both fine.
Okay.
Do I prefer city or country life? I actually didn't have an experience on country life. I was like born in cities and mostly throughout my life lived in cities. But in the not much experience I can't say that I have on country, but there are some good things that I encountered time to time when I see to buy something or to like to something else like a trip or something. You may encounter those places. And I would prefer city life and mostly metropoles or big cities because there are many ways you can take your time, you can enjoy or do stuff, I don't know, for your hobbies or stuff like that. But the thing is you need money to do all these things. That's a con of city life. It's expensive and you may not encounter so much green in city. And I really like walking around parks and other things like that, trekking, climbing mountains and stuff like that. I enjoy it. So I prefer city more like country. Yeah, other question. I used to like instant coffee back when like 4 or 5 years ago. But things have changed. I don't know, maybe company has gradually made coffee less good or something like that. So it started to not give me any joy or like the things that coffee give you, you know that, right? Like awareness and high concentration. And those coffees did not give me that same pleasure it gave me before, so I just passed on to the blend coffee. In these days, I am trying to buy blend coffee most. I do prefer blend coffee. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, next person. I choose Ships if she's available.
Yeah, I'm there. Hello, everyone. So, If I talk about city or country life, I would definitely prefer city life as I am born and brought up in a city only, and I have seen the amenities that are available in a city, like hospitals are there, big schools are there, more job opportunities are there, and there are different malls. And the other thing is you can follow the fashion trends as compared to countryside. People are not that fashionable in country, like small villages and all. So I love to shop. I love to travel a lot within the premises of my city. So I prefer going to malls and all. So this is the reason I love being in a city. Basically, people don't prefer cities because there is lots of hustle and bustle, lots of crowd and all. But where I live, it's a place where like there are no big buildings. People live in good, like spacious houses, and lots of greenery is there, lots of birds chirping in the morning, so you can enjoy each and everything. Like besides, whensoever you're feeling bored, you can just look out. People are driving, people are like walking, strolling, enjoying. So I prefer a city life in comparison to
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
small
cheating
town life.
because the both of the two things merged in your city. So you are a little cheating on the stock, like a good,
Yeah,
spacious,
what
and
I
green
basically
city.
hear that yeah, the same thing. This is the reason why I like it, because like if you ask me, I don't like people like skyscrapers, buildings and all. So that is the reason I prefer the place where living. If like I've been living in a skyscraper building, I wouldn't like it that much, because very less greenery is there. You are not very close to the nature. So these are some of the pros and cons of living in a city or something like that. But yes, we cannot forget, or we cannot deny the fact that there is like much more availability of modern things, modern facilities. So these are the things. And the other thing is good opportunities for schooling, for your degree, and for your job opportunities at later stage of your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's
And
yeah.
the second question, yeah,
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah,
Okay.
second
Do
question,
you
yeah. What
should
about
I
you?
ask? Okay. Instant or blend coffee?
As I'm not a big fan of coffee, I prefer juice to coffee. I hardly drink
Juice?
coffee. I am not a big juice, fruit juice, vegetable juice. I
Okay.
really love drinking that. Like orange juice, you can have pomegranate juice or any other sort of juices. I'm really big fan of juices and smoothies as well. I can add yogurt and favorite fruits of mine, bananas, strawberries, and whatsoever seasonal fruits are available. So I add that. Coffee, yeah, whensoever I go out with one of my friends, if they are having it, then I can take a sip or that's it. I'm not a very big fan of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
What about tea? But what about tea? Are you a fan of tea? Because sometimes I heard some people just go, okay, maybe I just
Yeah,
thought,
in India, yeah,
yeah.
in India, tea plays an integral part. It's like a part and parcel of life. Without tea, people in India hardly do anything. Whether they are starting a meeting, they want a cup of tea. They're starting their day, they want a cup of tea. Or anything they are feeling drowsy, they'll prefer a cup of tea. Or if there is headache, then also they prefer a tea, like a cup of tea. So tea plays an integral part of everyday life, especially in Indian culture, you can say. But I'm not a very big fan of tea. But I prefer, like at a particular time, I used to like green tea. But gradually, I observed that it made my body much more dry, so I started skipping it. Now I'm more into water, juices, and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee
Yeah.
is once in a blue moon, whensoever I'm going out.
Okay. And tea also takes essential part in our culture too in Turkey, like a black tea, and we call it chai. And also, I heard that if it's come from the roads, it's called chai. But if it came from sea, it's called tea. I guess yeah that's just a trivia. I wanted to ask add. Um,
I
did you
I
get it?
don't have any idea about this difference. This is the first time I'm learning the difference between chai and tea. Till this time, I was thinking that it is just a translation of tea, and in Hindi we call it chai. I was not aware about it that there is a difference between its availability. Okay.
Yeah, and also it's takes essential part like in our elders mostly. Our next or younger generations do not tend to behave same way as elders, but elders like their bribe for their bodies. Like if I don't get tea, then I will not work. Tea, drink tea, and go on. Every single part of the activity starts with T and ends with T. Yeah, that's
Exactly, exactly. Like if you receive any guest at your place, again tea comes. Like it is an essential thing that you have to serve them tea with some snacks and all, either in the beginning or at the end. Tea plays an integral role.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
okay. You can choose the next word. Sorry.
yeah. Ships choose next person. And Nasrin, by the way, welcome. Actually,
Hello,
Okay,
thank you.
I'll choose
yeah.
Nasreen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
The
Hi.
first question. Hi, everyone. The first question was if I prefer to live in a city or countryside. Yeah. Well, actually, if it comes to me, I prefer to live in a countryside with a city facilities and opportunities because a mixture of two. Because I really like green fields and I enjoy nature, but I cannot be far
Now,
from
Nasrin,
technology.
where do you live now?
I'm living in a small city. It's not a big city and it's not a countryside, actually. Yeah.
Maybe a mix in between. Maybe.
No, the city I'm living in is near to Persian Gulf, so the weather is hot, and I'm living in an industrial city because of refinery companies. So we have just sea as our nature. We don't have a lot of green fields, jungles, or something like that. But I like river, waterfalls, or anything that relates to green nature. Anyway, I cannot live far from technology. I like to be in a jungle with my phone where I can have the same speed internet as in city. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think all of us are somehow detected to technology and something like that. But I actually like to live in a countryside, somewhere green, after my husband got in retirement. About coffee or instant coffee or blend, I actually don't know the real difference. Can anyone explain for me? Because yeah, because I usually use the I think the instant one, the powder that I should just pour into hot water and just mix it. I think it's instant. And also, I'm a fan of tea, any kind of tea, black, green, herbal teas. And actually, herbal tea is part of our culture too. Grandmothers use the herbal tea to because it has some medical beneficials. They just say drink that herbal tea. It make you blah blah. And I'm big fan of drinks, any kind of drinks. Yeah, Yuri, did you answer the questions?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I will be first.
Great. So
Only Murat left. Sorry.
okay.
Sir Murat.
Who?
Murat on.
Not sir. Okay.
You, Mora?
Yeah. Just
I don't
just,
know
just,
who didn't answer. Okay, Mora,
Yeah.
you answer.
Yeah, actually, now I'm living in Ankara and big city, and the second big city in Turkey. In 6 million people live here, and actually, we know that a lot of cons city life. Actually, if I want to go and walking around, I actually I wouldn't go because everywhere building you and we haven't to a lot of walking place. Yeah, and of course there is a park and there are parks, but it they are depends of um, your part and where you live.
Your neighbor.
Yeah,
Neighborhood.
no neighbor or your circle or whatever things. Actually, I prefer, and by the way, I haven't been country life, but I prefer some small city and sea coastal side. And when I went to vacation in our seaside, coastal side, I was I liked too much because they were like a fairy tales, but actually foreigners and other foreigner tourists came our country and they live there, but we don't live there. I don't know. This come to me around some ridiculous.
Then I expect you to visit me in Çanakkale if you insist. It's also a coastal city, Çanakkale, of course. But for the I'm saying for the others which know about Turkey. So you may come and I may guide you in the city or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
If you like to.
Thank you. And of course, you welcome me in Ankara when you come to Ankara. I welcome you. But if you say Çanakkale, just I come to my mind just wind, a lot of wind or wind. But our Mediterranean seaside really good, and actually I like so much, and that small cities. And the second question, I prefer blend coffee now always, but I used to drinks and buy instant coffee, but we didn't know what the differences they are, and now but maybe 2 years and 3 years, maybe 4 years, I drink and I use plant coffee always. There are differences. Actually, instant coffee, not a real coffee, just they are made some coffee rinse, coffee bean rinse, but actually I don't know exactly what are made of, but they are not real, and some producing method caused by cancer in your body, and just I prefer blend coffee and 1 glass or 2 glass in a day. In my home, we make with mocha pot, and we have a mocha pot, and we prepare espresso with that mocha pot, and I like it, and I suggest you. Other third question. Yeah, Ertuğrul, I choose you for
Okay.
questions.
How many hours a day do you spend reading about, watching, or listening to news? Yeah, it really depends on our country's situation. Right now, it's really like, can I say, really active situation, and there are news every day, every hour. There's something happens, and yeah, some in Twitter and other social media, always something happens. So in these days, maybe 1 or 2 hours I may spend reading news. I actually don't like to read news, but I don't have anything better to do these days. I don't know. It's like a habit to me. Like in every morning, I open certain social websites and read news, and I swear I just get nervous to read those news because none of them are good, and every day we hear worse news than before. So yeah, I don't like reading or watching news so much because though I feel powerless because I cannot do anything, and I know that I will not be able to do anything, and just it ruins my day. And I like to stay aware of the facts about our country, but some news are just makes me hopeless sometimes. So I don't think that I say I like watching, but I do, or read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many hours you expend for lessons?
Lessons or news?
Yes, study.
Study. 4 hours, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours. It depends, really.
Mm-hmm. Are you good at school?
Yeah, you could say so. I'm doing good these days. It's crucial in online studying. Yeah, you need to work harder to compensate the goods of normal education. You need to study more because the quality is decreased. And I saw many benefits from this, and this year is going well for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then next question I would like to ask to Nasrin.
No. What about next question? You. What's the latest news?
Uh, what's the latest news about your country? Yeah, there is a mafia guy who worked for the government before, but now he's backstabbed and takes his revenge from the government. It's like a movie plot, but it's not. Yeah, it's like the most main frame or current or biggest new right now, as well as of course. But I would the more I would not like to detail so much on YouTube because it's gonna be on YouTube. So yeah, that's the thing. Mafia taking revenge from the government.
Yeah.
Okay, then I would like to ask to Yuri, how many hours a day you spend reading about, watching, or listening to news?
0. Because in local social media and television, they show what they need, not truth. And I don't watch it and don't read news because it's not true. Also, and I don't need it. Yeah, I spend my time listen audiobooks or study English, watching some videos to improve my English. Not watching or reading news.
Yeah. When you left work?
It 5 p.m. And I go home, have dinner, and next I drink tea or something else with my wife, and we watching television or some not watching television. We watching YouTube or some films. And next, I practice English. I have an app. It named Duolingo. Maybe you heard this app. I practice in this app, or I watching some video in YouTube about English or something else.
Yeah. What's the latest new?
Today I know we haven't vaccine.
You haven't.
We haven't vaccine in our city, in my city. Yeah, it's all.
So the news was you're not getting vaccinated. Was it that? Or something?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because we are all the same. It's in the same situation as we are.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Murat?
Yeah. Actually, I'm not spent watching news actually, and maybe just evening time. Yeah, we during evening, just we are watching on YouTube some live channels for news, and that's all news. And I'm not look at the news in the morning. because as Artur said, they disrupt you and they affect you badly because if you read bad news and you lose your motivation and in the beginning of the day. Actually, yeah, and in 80 million people live there. Actually, I think that a lot of bad things and it's gonna they gonna be happen always, and but some now we are struggling with economic problems as like you and your country, and actually as like most country, not west or not east, because all pandemics affect as badly and getting some faced all of these things, all of bad things and economic crisis. And
Can I ask you?
yeah, no. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Misunderstood you.
Okay. You have problem with economic because coronavirus the reason economic.
Not coronavirus, just only also our economic problems. We had our economic problems and plus coronavirus nowadays, and plus coronavirus. Yeah, actually, I guess we are closing just 2 decades. 2 decades, and some political leaders or political parties that they are manage country and 20 years, or almost 20 years, and now recently we struggled too much economically, and all of these things happened. Happened. Yeah, and we don't know actually what will happen in future. Yeah, and yeah, I read something and what they are interested me in internet or other social medias. But I noticed that I not deeply research something so much in the recently. Just I am reading superficial, superficial. Just I'm not go too deep and to learn something except English. What's the latest news? Yeah, as Arthur said, our latest news: mafia leader and talks his background and the relationship and the networking with politicians, and also and he make YouTube videos like a YouTuber. And actually, it's when we watch that man, we getting enjoy with my family.
Yeah, we do all get the joy of those videos because he just amused with the government officials that we also don't like. So you see someone speaking bad or making fun of those people, and normally nobody would like to speak at that attitude, but he does, so it makes us very happy. But we do not approve. Of course, we do not like that person, but it's like a comedian or something like that. It's funny. Yeah, that's the thing.
And you said he's mafia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of what?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like real deal. It's a criminal warlord or something like that.
He's mafia of what? Drugs? What?
Everything, every dirty job, drugs, weapons, and underground stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
So why nobody arrest him?
actually
Yeah.
we learn from him, and now he lives.
He's your teacher. Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, he lives in outside Turkey in Arabia, Saudi
okay.
Arabia, and the thing is, he was living 5 years before in our country, and his crimes was not recent. So he was living, and he was a criminal in Turkey long before, and he was protected by those government officials, which he is talking bad about right now.
Good for you
No,
to have
actually not.
such a funny comedian.
Yeah.
Funny boy.
Yeah.
No, just we are looking that we are watching that days, and that man's says thing. Just we are watching ironically and just sarcastic way. But actually, that man says and actually we are watching.
Yeah, you're proud of him to have such Turkish mafia.
No, bro. Just
No, I'm kidding.
so just he explained the events with some minister, some domestic and interior minister, and all of these things, and so big events they had. Actually,
We don't like him. Of course, we cannot say that we approve his doings because he's a criminal, of course. But it's something like all comedies are tragedies in essential. Like it's a comedy, but it's actually a tragedy of something. So it's funny in a way. So that's why we
It's a bitter
laugh.
comedy.
Yeah, sarcastic way, yeah.
yeah. What about you, Nasri?
Well, I actually don't read, hear, or listen to news at all, and I'm always being criticized by my husband that what you don't know what is going in economics, in politics, and I say that's not my business. Let me easy. But I just know about news that got very popular or some everybody are talking about this news, or for example suddenly they cross in my path in social media or something like that. I really don't like to follow news because first of all I cannot do anything about this. How can I stop a war in Palestine? How can I stop some murders? I cannot do anything about them. And the second reason is that they as you said, doctor, they just ruin my day. I can I think I should avoid this news. About the hottest news in my country, the hottest news is about election because the 4-year period of the last president is going to be finished, and we are going to select another president, and it's really controversial. The candidates are advertising about themselves, about what they're going to do, and people are just thinking about it, but I think that they are somehow certain about their choice. because they want to choose a person from another party, because the latest party just ruined everything, our economic situation and everything. So people just don't trust in that party, and we are just shifting to another person, and we hope he will do good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, will it change another party?
Yeah.
What do you think?
The person that is our president now, if you know him, Mr. Rouhani, do you know him?
Yeah.
He just ruined everything. Every people hate him because the inflation rate in his period just was the, how can I say, the biggest inflation rate ever. And people were near.
What's
Yeah.
What's your inflation rate?
I don't know, but I think it is. We should just say it in 1 year. Yes, I think in a year we just experience 100% or more inflation. Some goods just some goods prices just became double. Can you imagine it? Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
yeah.
100%.
But in official, I guess, in official rate, you said.
I don't know. You mean that the real is more?
No. You said real, but
Yeah.
officially numbers and mostly decreased than real.
Yeah, government decreases those levels to
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
pay
his
less.
government is. Yeah, his government is always telling lies.
But do you think the elections will be democratic? Do you think that they will leave or they will fake the election? What do you think about that?
Sorry, I didn't
Like,
hear you.
actually, I
Did
don't
they
know.
cheat in election or not?
Yeah. Do you think the elections will be democratic or just?
Yeah, I think I think they are real. No, they don't cheat in election. I think they just respect people's wallet, but the last choice, just people. I think just people trust to him, but he wasn't qualified.
Yeah, and Nasrin, and I remember Ahmadinejad.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
Really, he was good.
and I remember that man was good. And
Yeah. He employed a lot of people in his government, and a lot of young people just have the job in his government, but the unemployment rate in this government is so high. We have millions of young unemployment people now.
yeah, and
Best wishes.
in your parliamentary system, have you got two president and republic president and or just one president?
No, we have just one president, and he has his committee. He has some representative, and for example, we have an official, a boss for industrial, an official for education, and they have their just plan again. They manage the things in this way, but we have just one president.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Nasrin, I forgot where are you from?
Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, you can finish if you want. Okay, I thank you all.
Thank
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
for
It was
holding
great.
Pleasure.
Good.
It was great conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good session.
Mhm.
See you next time. See you guys.
Yeah.
See you. Goodbye.
Gals
Have a
also.
good time.
Goodbye.
Good time.
Yeah.